Have you ever wondered what Back on Track Geometry Dash's hard... have you ever wondered what Geometry Dash's second main level, Back on Track, would look like if it was an extreme demon? Well, you're about to find out. After a bunch of buffs, we are going to have an extreme demon called Buff on Track. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so first we got this easy jump, but since you jump onto it like that, you can actually get farther. So but you can jump a little bit too, it's a little bit too easy, is what I mean to say. And I'm going to make it not so easy. I'm going to turn on the hitboxes and see how close we can get for this. So like that's possible apparently. Yep, it's possible, barely. But I'm going to leave that like that. I kind of like that, not going to lie. Alright, but now I'm going to add a club set monster. And there we go, we've got our club set monster. I'm going to name him... No, not that. I'm going to name him Jeremy. I can't spell. There we go. Jeremy. Honorary club set monster. Let's see what we've got so far. Pretty sure the jump is possible. Whatever, I know it is. Alright, let's move on to the structure. So I'm going to do something like what Vortrox did, except without having the 2 green orbs to where you can just do that. I'm going to have the blue orb thing to where you have to click that right after. Like that. And I'm going to make you have to do that twice. So I'm going to put this up there, so you're going to have to do it again. Except I'm going to make you fall like that. And I'm also going to be really evil. I'm going to make you have to click this black orb so you don't hit these spikes. Where's the chain? There it is. Let's see how that works. Alright, I'm going to have to slow that down. That's really tough. I'm going to add a start position right there. There we go. It's possible. You know what? I think that's a little too easy, actually. I'm going to move that way. Just one thing like that. And I'm going to need to make these higher since we don't want you to jump over that. And now I can speed the game back up. Alright. So now we got this. I have an idea for this. I'm thinking we make it mini. Where's the mini portal? There it is. So I'm thinking we make it mini like that. And then we just have a bunch of blue orb spam. But I'm not going to have any ordinary orb spam. No. I'm going to make it to where you have to make it between somewhere. So like, got these spikes up here first. So I'm going to make it to where there's like saws in here. And you have to get around them. There we go, like that. So I'm thinking you go like up and then spam through the middle right here. Think that works good? Yeah, that works well. Alright, I'm going to use that. Now I'm going to make sure... Actually, no. That would make it too easy. I'm not going to make sure that you're right side up. That'd be too nice. Alright, now we got this part. And this part is possible as a mini cube, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's possible. And I don't have ignore damage. Okay, I do. But whatever. It is possible. And I'm actually going to make robot right here. Yeah, like that. And I'm going to make it like this, except I'm going to make it a little bit different. I'm going to make this much, much harder than Vortrox's easy challenge. So I'm going to make that 1, and I'm going to make these all 1. And I'm going to make this happen more than once. Copy and paste. Okay, build helper's down here. Forgot about that. And it didn't work. Okay, let me get this to work real quick. Make this 2, and make this 2. So now I'm going to slow it down, and let's see if it works. So I'm not going to hit it, and I'm going to die, right? But I'm going to hit this, and then you're going to have to immediately jump off this platform right here, which is absolutely terrible. I don't even know if I can do that. Might need to use keyboard for that. But you see what I'm trying to do, you know? There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's what you have to do. I know it is possible, it's just very, very annoying and hard. Like, I don't know if that's humanly possible. But I'm just going to extend that up just in case there's a secret way. And since I have no clip on right now, I'm just going to see how far you can get with. Okay, so you can get all the way over here. And let's add a mini spike so it's way harder. There we go. That's possible, probably. Hopefully. Nope, not that spike, that spike. Okay, and now I'm going to turn you back into the cube, and we're going to see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're back. And I've made this madness. Yeah, you have to make every single one of those in order to get rid of this. But to make it all the harder, I'm going to make it to where you have to time them, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to add this here. I'm going to add 2 of these here. Then another 2 here. Then 1 here. And then 1 here. I don't even know if that's possible. So hopefully it is, but let's find out. So it shouldn't be an ignore damage anymore. I should probably move this. Okay. I don't know if that's possible. That's a hard one. Oh. It's possible. Okay, okay. I'm going to make it to where you have to hit this one even later, so you don't hit this orb. And if you do hit that orb, then I'm sorry, but you're dead. Alright. I didn't even know you could jump into it. Okay, well, I know it's possible now, so let's move on to the next section. Okay, so we're here. I'm going to do what I did a little bit earlier, like right there. And I'm just going to put it there. Then I'm going to make you the big cube again, right there. And I need to make this portal smaller so it doesn't just do that. And after that, I'm going to add a bunch, so basically a memory part, to where I'm going to copy and paste this. So watch this. I'm going to have like a bunch of those all over the place with these on top of them, so you don't die when you get to this part right here. And it's going to be very hard. I'll come back in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I've done it. It took absolutely forever, but I don't even know if it works. But I'm going to try and fix it as much as I can. Because this is not working very well. Alright. Did I get all of them? I think I did. I'm not very sure how I got that one though. Wait. Did I make it to where you don't have to touch it? Hold on. I'm pretty sure you do have to touch it, but I don't think I touched all of them. I definitely didn't touch all of them. This one should be 8. I turn flame touch on for all of these. This is absolute madness what I'm doing. 10, 11. Is there more than one 12? There's 2 12s. Come on. 12. This should be 13. This should be 14. Which means I have to move all of these over 2. Which means this one should now be 14. And the one next to it should be 13. Okay, now let's see. I'm at the start position back. Didn't work. This is definitely not working. Can I please just hit the green orb? Whatever, I think it works. I'm just gonna turn flame touch off for this one because I think that's what's making it to where I won't double click. Yeah. Maybe I should turn flame touch off for all of these because that might not be what the problem was. So I'm going to put these all off again, and then we can go to the next part. Okay, so we're at the next part. I'm just gonna make that, and I'm going to turn this to robot. Yeah, put a start position here. Let's see where I land. If I land anywhere. Okay, I don't land anywhere. Gonna move this over. Make you have to do a very small jump into a big jump. It's like 1, 2. Okay. Well, you know what I'm trying to do. 1, 2, and I'm gonna try and jump to this side of this. So you jump there, then you jump there, then there, and there. Then you jump into that spike, because this isn't possible. And hopefully you land right there. Where am I? Forgot how long this section is. Okay. Then I'm just going to add these again. And then I'm going to turn it back into the cube. Right there. Let's see how that works. Jump there. I forgot to add these spikes, but it's fine. Jump. Land. I'm not going to get first try. Especially since it's slow. Does that work? Oh no, you go too far. But you land there, and you do land right there. So, that's what I want. So I had to make this earlier, like there. And I had to make these little spikes right here. There we go. Alright, into the cube part. Going to add another multi-touch double. And I'm going to add this right there. So you jump off the edge right here. And I'm going to add another black orb so you jump off the edge right there. And I don't even know if you can make that, so just in case, I'm going to add this thing. And I'm going to make it invisible so it doesn't just look out of the ordinary. And then you land... Where do you land? Okay, so I'm going to make you do more of these jumps. I don't know why I'm obsessed with these jumps. Just am. Move it 1 pixel, or 1,000 pixels. And then you jump up here, but, oh no, you're not supposed to go up there. So I'm going to make you have to hit a green orb after you hit your head on this block. I'm going to make you hit your head on that, which is an H block, pretty sure. Yeah, it's an H block. Then you're going to hit this, then you're going to hit a blue orb, which goes down here. You're going to have to hit the blue orb late, so you land on this edge. I don't know if that's possible, so I'm going to move that over a little bit, but I know that that's possible. And then I'm just going to add a bunch of triple spikes, or quad spikes. Just gonna copy and paste that. Copy and paste, the greatest thing of all time. And then I think you can jump in there, but just to make sure, I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm gonna add more course, these jumps. Alright. How close are we? I'm gonna get to this coin. Yeah, turn off speed hack. There we go. I've gotten very far. But, yeah. I'll come back when I get these black orbs working. Okay. I've done some stuff. It doesn't look very good, but it works. I've gotten up to the ship part, actually. I think it's possible. Okay, well, I had the stuff going for too long. I'm gonna put these two on group 20, and I'm gonna make both of them stop at the ship part. But, yeah, that's what I've done. And here comes the showcase in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Alright, well, there we go. See you guys in the next episode.